Hey, what is good, guys? Hope you're doing well. Just here in my apartment in Albania, and I've been here for about 2 weeks now, and I'm just really loving it. And when I talk to people about how I so much love this place, why I keep coming back, they just get confused. Like even locals get confused. They'd be like, "Why do you come here? Why do you like it here?" And the honest truth is, I don't know. Or maybe I do. It's just the way that I mean, when I come here, I don't have a lot of friends. I'm not out and about, so it just gives me a lot of opportunity to to really sit back and really focus on the things that really matters. So that's really what I'm doing here. That's why I keep coming back here. It's just a chill, laid back way of life, and I hope that I will be coming back here for a long time. Of course, it's not perfect in any way, shape, or form. In fact, the word definition of the word perfect does not exist yet. But the fact that I can come here and just focus and just have a good time, I think that's all that matters. So today I will be going out. I mean, I've been indoors for a long time now. For about 2 days I haven't gone out. I haven't taken a walk outside, so I just want to go out, get some new clothes, at least some summer clothes, some shorts, some shirts, nice shirts. All right, so I need to find my shoes, find something to wear. I've got 3 options here. I think I'm gonna go with this one. You know what, I don't think I'll be going out with this mic, so I'm just gonna disconnect the audio now, and everything else will be voiceover. Hey, what's going on? So welcome back to another video, and it's been a few days since I made that first part of the video that you saw, and that's what I want to talk about today because I've been so busy. And a lot of people ask me, like, what do you really do when you're traveling, when you are in these places? What do you really do? Do you work? Do you just enjoy? Do you just live at the beach all day and work on your computer while you're lying on the beach? No, that's technically not possible. It's literally not possible, because even in your apartment, it's super hard to find fast Wi-Fi. Not to talk about when you're laying by the beach in a country like Albania. I mean, you will literally not be able to get anything done. But one question that I get often, or that I get asked all the time, is how attainable is it for anyone to just pack their bags and travel the world like so many other people? Because right now there's almost double the number of digital nomads in the world today than we had last year. So what is going on? The digital nomad movement is becoming bigger and bigger by the day, and a lot of people still have these questions, this confusion about what it really takes to be one. How can you make it possible for yourself, if that's something that you're thinking about, or maybe you just you're just curious about it, right? This was something that I have had in mind for a long time. I mean, since I can remember, since I was a boy, I've always known that I wanted to travel, that I wanted to just see the world as much as I can. In fact, if you asked me when I was younger what I wanted to become, I just would tell you that I just wanted to travel as much as I could, because that's the only thing that really made sense to me. Because as people, I feel like we are made to do this. This is what we are on this world to do, to experience things, to have experiences, to create memories, right? And that is exactly what I'm doing right now, which I couldn't be more thankful for. But it wasn't always like this. Even when I didn't have anything, when I was struggling as hell, I mean, I still struggle. I would think about it every day and always think about how ways through which I can make it happen. And everything changed for me when I moved to United States from Nigeria. I was living in Nigeria. I lived in Nigeria for 24 years of my life, and I've been in the US now. I've been a resident in the US for a couple of years, even though I still have a Nigerian passport, which, as you probably know, is one of the shittiest passports in the world. So traveling for me is still a hassle, but being a US resident has made it a lot, maybe somewhat easier to access places and to just get that privilege of having residency somewhere else. One of the ways through which I've been able to make it happen, or the biggest way I should say, is just out of sheer perseverance, sheer persistence, and just wanting that thing so bad. So if you want it so bad, you will make it happen. That's not to say that everyone can do it. I mean, don't jump on me here. But it's never an easy decision to leave everything behind, everything that that you have always known all your life. Even though you feel like, oh, I want to travel, I want to see the world, but it's still really hard to leave everything behind, to leave all of the comfort that you have. To leave your comfortable apartment, your car, your family, everyone, your friends, your closest friends, and confine yourself to this life of solitude. Imagine this big ass apartment with just me inside of it. Sometimes I could be here for days when I'm working or when I'm just not feeling like I want to go out. These are the type of things that you have to endure every day. And I use the word endure, not in a bad way, because I mean, if you have to endure something, it's probably bad, right? But in this case, it's just getting used to a life that you didn't know existed before. Being alone in your own thoughts, getting to know yourself deeper on a much more deeper level than you could have ever imagined. A lot of things need to be in place before you can pack your bags and just go. One, how do you sustain that life? How do you stay on the road? How do you make money? How do you fund that lifestyle? What types of jobs can you do? Well, it has to be remote to start with. And if you're probably working a 9-to-5 job right now, you have a regular job, then it might be somewhat difficult to transition from that lifestyle to having a 9-to-5. If you have a regular 9-to-5 job, I would say the first thing that you would do, that I did, was to learn a digital skill. And there's a lot of companies right now hiring remotely. I know that for a fact because I see people every day getting hired, and I work remotely. I've been working remotely now for almost 2 years. And what do? I'm a digital marketer. I help companies generate leads, make sales using online advertisement. Google, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, you think about it, I do it all. And that was something that I learned. It's not something that I went to college to get a degree for. While I was working several jobs, hard jobs, warehouse, production line, even when I started working in sales, I would still go home at night and I would put my own money into Facebook ads, into Google ads, just so I can learn the platform. And this was not something that happened overnight. This took me about 2-3 years to learn. So while I was doing all these things, I was learning digital skill on the side. In fact, at some point I was learning web development. I was learning programming, JavaScript, all these things. I still have some fundamental knowledge of JavaScript and web development. So I was looking for every way possible to make this lifestyle work for me. And that's something that I intentionally work towards. So if you're working towards a life of digital nomadism, maybe you want to work remotely, you want to travel while you do that, you need to adapt. You need to find ways through which you can work remotely. Some of the ways through which people do it, some people teach English online. I know a lot of people, or a lot of digital nomads who teach English online. Some of them I've spoken with on my podcast. If you want to listen to that, I'll leave a link to it in the description. It's called Inspired by Freedom podcast, where I talk to other digital nomads who are working remotely or running lifestyle businesses on the internet. And I've talked to a lot of these people. I met them in real life, talked to them one-on-one, people who teach English online. It's not by any means one of the easiest jobs you can get, but if you have a type of degree and you're a native English speaker, maybe that's something you want to look into. And if you have a skill or a job right now that can be done remotely, you might want to ask your boss, ask your employer if it's something you can do remote. In fact, that's where you should start. If it's a lifestyle that you want to transition into in the shortest time possible, your best bet is to find a remote 9-to-5 job. That's what I did when I wanted to start traveling. Even though I didn't like the idea of working for someone else or of being tied to a job, having bosses and someone dictating my, the times or the hours that I work, I still needed to find a steady paycheck. And I needed to do that job for as long as I could make enough money on the side to replace that income. So if that's something you're looking for, you may want to assess your skills right now. What do you currently do in your 9-to-5 job? Are you a project management person? Do you know some digital marketing? Do you know some social media? Maybe that's something you want to start applying to, or maybe start brushing up your skills on so that you can start applying to these jobs online. And once you do that, at least now that you have this regular paycheck coming in, you have that respite, that peace of mind that, I can go wherever I want to right now without having to, be scared of going broke on the road, because that's the last thing you want to happen to you. In fact, I want to tell you right now, some of my closest friends know this. I went broke one time where I had to borrow money from some of my friends to get a flight back home. And that was because I put all of my money, all of my savings that I had at the time into my e-commerce business, and my e-commerce store got shut down. And now I have thousands and thousands of dollars, over $10,000 got stuck in my e-commerce business that I couldn't get out. And now I had just left my 9-to-5 job that I got before I started traveling. So it's a very weird space to be in. You don't want that to happen to you. That's the last thing you want to happen to you. So you need the safety net of a 9-to-5 job or a skill that is guaranteed to make you money. So that is how I do it. That's how a lot of people do it. And one thing that I found, of course, for me, the ways that I find clients as a freelancer, as a one-man agency owner, is by using platforms like Upwork. I don't use Fiverr. Maybe that's something you've heard about. You want to stay away from Fiverr. But Upwork is a website that I have found to be very useful in getting clients, people that really want to work with you. But the question that a lot of people have is, what if I don't have the skill to offer anything online? What do I don't know what I can offer to people. I don't know what inherent skill that I have or what I can learn to offer to people. So I've created a training that is geared towards helping people get started with Upwork. It's called Upwork 101, how to land your first client with Upwork. And I put it on Skillshare. I'll leave a link to it down in the description. It's not a course. I'm not selling you a course. All you have to do is sign up on Skillshare, go through the course. It's a 9-part video series with an ebook that you can download. It's gonna guide you. And that's the reason why I do this, so I can inspire other people to do the same. Because when I wake up every day, I get messages from people on YouTube, Instagram. I want to do this too. And I cannot possibly give advice to individual people one after the other, one at a time. It's not the best use of my time. I mean, it's just not realistic. So if you want to learn this, if you're interested, go check out the link down in the description. And if you want to get inspired, maybe listen to other people, how they're doing the same things that you're doing right now, that I'm doing right now, or maybe you just want to just put yourself in that mindset, I'll leave a link to my podcast down in the description below. Go listen to it, because podcasts have proven to be one of the ways to which I put myself in the zone. I remember when I was working in a warehouse in the heat of the summer, 100 degrees heat, I would plug in my AirPods and just listen to Zero to Travel podcast by Jason Moore. And listening to other people living the lifestyle that I wanted to just inspired me to keep going, to keep, aspiring, to keep going forward, to not give up on that goal of wanting to be a digital nomad. So this is not by any means the easiest lifestyle, but if it's something that you aspire to, you want to see the world, travel, meet new people, experience new cultures while you work, that's easily attainable. Maybe not very easily, but it is not impossible. So this is what this video is about. This is just a spur of the moment video, and I enjoy these sit down talks. And if you do too, consider subscribing. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed, that's a chance. That's your plug right there to go do it. My name is Daniel. Hit me up on Instagram if you have any questions, if Daniel did, on Twitter, everywhere. I look forward to speaking with you soon. You take care now. Bye.